All right. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. My name is Pumi and my channel is about holistic personal development for women in their 20s and early 30s. So today I'm going to tell you about the 10 things I really wish I knew in my 20s that I now know for sure in my 30s. So number one of the 10 things I know for sure. Number one is that you cannot change anyone. You cannot change your mother. You cannot change your father. You cannot change your sibling. You cannot change your co-worker. You cannot change your spouse. You cannot change anyone. There is nobody in this world that you have the ability to change. So guess what? Don't even try. Okay, that's number one thing I know for sure. Number two, what I know for sure is that you can't make people who don't like you, even if you love them as Christ did, as Christ loved us, as Christ loved. There is absolutely nothing you can do for the people who have in their mind decided that they do not like you, no matter what you do. Here's the good news: don't try. Number three, no one can save you. So the same way that you can't control people is the same way that people can't control you and people can't save you. And I want to bring this especially to women. So for example, a lot of women are found to be accused of, oh, you're dating this guy because he comes from a certain family or because he has a certain social status, 1, 2, 3. And they go into these relationships hoping to be saved by a man or hoping to be saved by even an employer can save you, you know? So you literally need to understand that nobody's coming to assist you. And this is not to mistake support. So people can support you, they can uplift you, they can encourage you. But for example, I have to sit and do this YouTube video. I have to sit and speak. I have to learn communication skills. I have to learn to communicate to the camera. Nobody can do that for me. So nobody is coming to save you. And the good news is that it means now you know that and you can then put in the work so that when you achieve, you don't have to then go back and feel like you owe certain people because they did certain things for you. Okay, number four of the thing I know for sure, I don't care how many times you've heard this, but the people you surround yourself affect how you even look at yourself, how you even think about yourself, the things that you think you are able to achieve, the things that you believe that they're accessible to you. The people that you're around affect your faith in God, your view of God, like who God is actually to you. The people you surround yourself affect you. They affect the possibility of the life that you can live, the achievement that you have. I promise you, no matter how times you've heard this, the reason why people are saying it is because it's actually true and they're experiencing it personally. So the people you surround yourself with are so important, okay? So the choice now you have is that you get to choose who you want and trust your instinct. Like, don't stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. Maya Angelou famously said, if somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. So this goes for good and bad people, you know? Surrounding yourself with certain people will affect you in that way, positive or negative. You decide. And then number five of the things I know for sure, and I know this because I have lived this experience. You cannot grow beyond your environment. So there's a saying, or research has been done to say you will never earn higher than your postal code. Okay, so if your postal code is 2251, you will not earn. So you must find the highest earner in that postal code, and then you will not earn higher than the highest earner of that postal code. So if that doesn't scare you, or a city or a metro, if that doesn't scare you enough, I don't know, but you need to say, okay, I want to live a certain life and this life is going to cost me a certain amount. in the current environment that I'm in, the current nearest school, nearest park, nearest church, those people, nearest, I don't know, playground, that environment that you are in, is that what you see for yourself? Because if you don't see yourself interacting with the people around you, then you have to move, and you decide when you do that. You decide when you make that move. But the environment that you're around matters. Now, that is external. I'm going to bring it internal. Your space that you live in. It has been proven scientifically that your surroundings affect your mind, what you think, how you think. And that is why one of the greatest researchers, the greatest speakers, Mel Robbins, talks about cleaning, like waking up and cleaning your space, or reordering your space. And I then further down to say that is why even videos of lifestyle that people love are those of reorganization. If you are on social media, you know that reorganization videos really bloom, or they go viral, because people actually, being organized does something to you. It's actually one of the chapters in the book of Think and Grow Rich, organization. Like, the word to organize, it affects your brain, it affects how you think, it affects how you move, the pace at which you move in. And I've personally seen it in my own life. Like, when my place is clean, when my place is tidy, I'm even more happier. Even just my mood is good as compared to when it's not. So your immediate environment and the environment external. Think of your car. Like, if your car is messy, and that gets to me. Like, my car not being clean gets to me. Okay. So number 6 of the things that I know for sure in my 30s, your gut feeling knows. That voice, the world calls it the sixth sense. I call it God. That is God himself. That voice is God himself. God knows what is good for you and what is not. And don't wait for the clouds to rumble for you to listen to that voice. Learn to listen to it, even in the smallest, when you want to take a nap, but you have to do those dishes. Start there. When you maybe leave the house and you have to go refill your water, and you're like, I'll do it sometime. But your voice says, take the empty bottles with you. Listen to that voice immediately. Okay, that is God himself. Nobody loves you and cares about you more than God. So that voice is the best way, the highest form of communication that God can have with you. Number 7 is reading books. I don't understand, and this is my ignorant side, my judgmental side. I don't understand people who don't read. Like, if one of the richest black women, Oprah Winfrey, says she wouldn't be where she is if it wasn't for reading. If one of the richest men in the world, Warren Buffett, says he wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for reading. If one of the richest investors in the world, may his soul rest in peace, Charlie Munger, says reading is what got him to where he is. I mean, what other evidence? Like, what other evidence would you want? So, what I know for sure in my 30s is that books matter. The books that you read matter. 80% of the type of books matters. If you want to get rich, you're not going to be reading a lot of, at least in your early stages. So you're not rich yet. If you want to be rich, you have to be listening to books about rich and wealth and how to accumulate it and how to get there, millionaires and all that, if you want to get rich. So if you are there, you can see now Bill Gates is reading books about the climate, because he's Bill Gates. He has bees in his pockets. So books are very important. Like, if you want to learn a certain skill, if you want to get to a certain place in your life, if you want to do certain things, the best way is to start reading books. Go to the library. Library cards are free. Go to the library and get yourself a book. Read, okay? And then number 8, I learned this very late, but I wish I learned it very early in my life. What I know for sure is that unfortunately good technology matters, like the type of laptop speed that you have, the internet connection speed that you have, you know, maybe your fridge, the quality of your fridge, the quality of your microwave, or all those things, like technological things. The quality matters, because I know I have a kettle currently. I've had it for years, but because I don't use a kettle that much, I think that is why maybe I'm not buying a new one. So it, like, the thing of it chips off sometimes when I have it on. You know, my mom said I must put in Bostik. I haven't done that because, you know, it's only in the morning when I make my coffee, maybe then I get frustrated. Or not even all the time, like sometimes it does this. So I would think the water is on and then it goes off, and then that's like 5 minutes of my time, you know. And 5 minutes, if you're living in Johannesburg and you have to leave the house at 6 o'clock and you leave at 5, that can ruin your day. That can result in you being stuck in traffic for an hour. So technology matters, man. Like good quality phones, good quality chargers, you know, like those things matter. So invest in those things, like buy good things, so that you don't have to repeatedly be fixing and being frustrated by certain things that could have been avoided. Losing data, like maybe your storage, or losing like important things on your phone because you had to restart your phone, you know, all those things. So good technology matters. Laptop speed is everything. When I changed my laptops, when I bought the latest i7, like, it's the speed something, yeah, I don't know, but that's what they call it. I couldn't believe at how much I enjoyed using my laptop as compared to my old laptop. So those things matter. They really matter, you know. Number 9, last but not least. No, number 9 is not the least. How about 10? So number 9 is a big part of our lives is a result of how we respond to it as compared to what happens to us. Yes, yo. You know what? Blaming people is very easy. It's I think it's natural to blame people. I think it's very natural to point fingers. It's very natural to want to cause. You know what also that does, ne? It then decreases your responsibility and your role in the situation. It then decreases your role in the outcome. And that is why we tend to blame people. But, and this is a big but, fortunately, you don't have to. Take accountability for how you respond to someone, to anyone, even if they swear at you, even if they call you names, even if they bring down your name, like even if they try to crush and tumble, and that's who they are. You know, there's a saying that says, when you fight with a pig, the pig loves it. When you go in the mud with the pig, that's the nature of the pig. The pig doesn't know better. It doesn't know better. It's what it does. It lives in the mud. It grows in the mud. I don't know, maybe they eat mates in the mud. But the pig loves it. So how you respond to people, your response to life as a whole, life challenges, what life throws at you, your response to that is who you are. You cannot blame it on the next person. You cannot blame the situation. You cannot blame how people responded to you. You cannot control how people respond to you. But your response in any and every situation is entirely and 100% in your hands. So we might want to blame people. And yes, people do affect us. The people do affect, the energies do affect us, but we still have the power in our hands and how to respond. And I know this sounds like, but you don't know, or you've never been there, or I'm telling you, I've been there. I've been in a place where I blamed a person. I've been in a place where I responded. I didn't feel good after that. And I realized that if I'm going to try to catch up with this person, I'm going to lose at the end. Mel Robbins says in her book, if you trying to make somebody avoid their downfall, you're gonna get into the downfall with them. So I think that applies in so many other situations in our life. If you are trying to compete with someone by being a nasty person, at the end you are going to have to deal with the filth as well of you trying to be a nasty person. And then the last but not least, at the end, guys, God will always work it out, and you will end up with who you need to be and where you need to be. Like, I am so embarrassed by the times I didn't trust God. I am so embarrassed by the times I downplayed God. I am so embarrassed by the times I thought I could do things on my own without God. I am embarrassed by the times I wanted to pinch back or to revenge at my enemies. I Those things embarrass me because they're just a reflection of my trust in God. They're just a reflection of the relationship I have with God. They're just they're just a reflection of who God was in my life. I become so embarrassed when I stress about something and I become so frustrated, and then God just solves it. Like I become so humbled. Like, I'm so sorry, Lord. I literally apologize in my prayers to God. Say, please forgive me, for underestimating you. Please forgive me for thinking that I could do things myself. Please forgive me for thinking that the war within me and my enemies is in my hands. I really, really get humbled when God does that. So keep the faith, remain faithful, rather. Like, remain faithful, remain obedient, and God will work it out for you. Exodus 14 verse 14, you never have to lift a finger. God will always fight for you. You never have to do anything, you don't have to do anything. God will do it for you. So yes, those are the 10 things I wish I learned in my 20s that I now know for sure in my 30s. Thank you so much for tuning in.